it's Ross from Full Throttle Japan. It's been a while, hasn't it? I thought it'd be about the right time to make a video to keep you updated on what's been happening with me, what's been happening with Full Throttle Japan, and finally got a chance to get out today in the 997 Turbo on a very narrow mountain road here in Kyoto. Just thought I'd go out for a drive and refresh a bit. Been on the computer all day long, and part of that has been actually viewing the auctions, bidding, watching. In particular, I was for the motorcycle auctions today. A lot of really interesting 90s Japanese sport bikes came about, particularly the really nice 90s Honda NSR 250Rs. Anyway, it has been a while. So what's been going on with this car? Well, what's been going on is driving and loving every minute of it. Really been getting into this car more and more. We talked about how the original plan was acquiring this car at a pretty reduced cost with the ultimate idea of exporting it. It's what we do. But as I drove it more and more, this car really began to get into my heart, into my soul, under my skin in a good way. And it's become increasingly hard to really fathom the idea of letting this car go. With that said, though, in driving it more and more, you kind of start to realize what other things should be done to it, what it's in need of. And one of those things is kind of a big thing, and going ahead with it means that it actually puts me far more financially invested in this car than originally planned. So what I'm talking about, so nice. What I'm talking about specifically is the suspension. So you may recall in an earlier video I talked about how I got a lot of things fixed with this car that was necessary in order to not only make it roadworthy, but to sell it. And that was all done at good expense, but it was kind of clear that this car would really benefit from a suspension refresh. And it's not like, you know, when the mechanics looked at the car that they saw any really concerning things, but in driving it, you start to realize that, yeah, the shocks, the suspension in this car are tired and old. I mean, this car, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but this car has 115,000 kilometers. So that's kind of a high mileage 911 Turbo, wouldn't you say? Depends who you ask, but yeah, I mean, in the Porsche world, that's high mileage. For this particular engine in this car, I like to think that that's really nothing. This engine's capable of a lot more, provided that it's carefully maintained. But yeah, I mean, there are some unwanted bumps, and I think that and a lot of debris on the road after all this rain. That and the handling and feel of the car would really benefit from new suspension. So what am I going to do with that? The answer is change the suspension. And what company am I going to go with? Well, there were two options, and so that's the thing. You know, with this car, if you look into things, you can go with the Blistein option. Oh, sorry, I have some bumps right now. They do this on the road so you don't take these corners too fast in some of these mountain roads. You can go with the Blistein B16 Damptronic option. That is really nice because what it does is it works with the built-in PASM control, which means that you can still use this sports suspension on and off control, and the suspension will stiffen and or get softer depending. And then on top of that, you can install a DCS controller, which can make things even smoother. That's another conversation. So that's the one pattern. The other one is going with Öhlins Road and Track. Öhlins makes a Road and Track kit, a suspension kit for this car, and it's also quite good. The downside being that it does not work with the PASM, so you have to get a deactivating controller for that, and it makes this sports suspension button on and off useless. So you're stuck with the suspension that you have set up, and it can be altered and adjusted with built-in switches on the suspension itself, the front and rear. But you can change the dials, but that's all you can do. You can't just press a button anymore. That becomes irrelevant. So, which one did I go with? My original thought was really to go with the Blistein. I think I'm pronouncing that right. It kind of seemed like a no-brainer to me to keep a lot of water here, to keep what Porsche had originally designed with this the PASM system and the sports suspension adjustability. But unfortunately in Japan, that Blistein B16 is not available through Blistein Japan. There's no more left. And so that only leaves the Öhlins option. And here in Japan anyway, and I suspect other global markets, that's more money, and it's a different setup. Which one would you go with? I kind of went with the only thing that was available to me. So I'm gonna do it. That means I'm gonna be more financially invested in this car. It means if I do sell this car, I'll probably do so at a loss, because at this point it means putting in a lot more money. In terms of Japanese yen, all in to put in the Öhlins Road and Track for this 997 Turbo, including replacing the suspension upper mounts, the uppers as well, which you have to do. We're looking at including like an alignment afterwards, parts and labor. A little bit expensive, I'm embarrassed to say, but we're looking at, well, I'll tell you, we're looking at 1.2 million yen. So what is that in USD? That is, I don't know, a good 8 or 9 grand. I guess that's typical, maybe a little bit expensive, but I don't know, that's what we're dealing with here in Japan. 1.2 million yen to completely replace all the suspension and the uppers as well. So I'm gonna do it. That means, like I said, really going forward with this car. It's not become a project of buy and sell. It's become a project of love. And I'm okay with that because this car is awesome. I love this car so much. Driving it is just therapeutic and meditative to me. It's something that I really love doing. So I'm gonna go ahead with that. And the parts are getting ordered right now. In a few weeks' time, it'll be ready. And then probably within less than a week, depending on the mechanic's schedule, the suspension change installment will go ahead. I'll let you know how that goes. Please do let me know your experiences with Öhlins in a 997 Turbo. I happen to think from what I read it's going to be good. I don't know, is it going to be stiffer? Is it going to be softer? The adjustability is certainly really good. It's something that you can adjust if you want to take it to track. I plan to set it up with a very kind of like in between, like moderate kind of spirited driving setup that allows me to go fast through the winding mountain roads, but also put up with daily city driving. But do let me know. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's really going to change the character of the car. It's going to bring it back to, I think, very close to how it was when it was new. I really hope, in terms of handling and feel. And then also I should mention that there's going to have to be a day when I'm really going to have to maybe take a look at the CV joints or the tie rods, maybe replace the washers and these types of things. That really kind of like front end refresh as well. Like when I turn the wheel a lot, I do kind of get some unwanted noises, I'm embarrassed to say, so that's not a good thing either. So I do want to get all the handling and feel and setup of this car back to a nice freshened up state. On a final note, I think I'm going to do some paint with this car as well. The front trunk has a lot of rock chips, and just every time I wash it, although it has a ceramic coating, I can just see that every time, and it's really, it's not nice to see. It's kind of a waste. So that's going to have to get repainted too, at more cost. Anyway, that's all for me. I'm going to continue driving this wonderful car this afternoon, and thank you so much for watching. Sorry it's been a while. I'll try and put out more videos more often. I wish you all the very best for a great week ahead, and talk to you later. Okay, bye-bye.